Welcome back to Wave 3 Listens. We talked a little bit about the fact that hormone optimization and weight loss are kind of tied together, but I'm going to ask Mr. Bledsoe to tell us a little bit more about that. First of all, hormone optimization. When I think about optimizing hormones, because I've had these conversations with Lisa and you, it seems to me to equate to more energy, to feeling better. Is that what it's all about?
That's part of it. It's about energy, feeling better, better fat metabolism, improving sexual functioning, all of those things. But it's also about disease prevention, preventing heart disease, Alzheimer's disease, helping with blood pressure, depression and anxiety. That's common in both men and women. Preventing diabetes, all of those things, or even help improving some of those. We get patients that already have some of those disorders already coming into our office, and so we can actually help improve a lot of those outcomes.
It seems to me that this is, Brendan, is more proactive. Instead of getting on antidepressants,
sure,
and things like this, this is more like saying, hey, let's get your body back to the state where it's healthy, and if you do that via hormones, then you're just going to feel better, have more energy, and as we said, it all snowballs together, right?
Sure.
It all works together.
Well, one thing I tell patients is we're treating the cause of why you feel the way you do. You're not depressed because you have a Prozac deficiency, right?
True.
So generally there's a reason for why you feel the way you do and why your body's reacting the way it's reacting. So by optimizing hormones, by losing weight, by controlling that inflammation, it's going to help improve outcomes for disease, but also improve symptoms. And that's really what we're striving for here.
Are the benefits from hormone optimization, are they the same for men and women, or do they differ? I noticed, I was looking at the list that we just had up on the screen, it was for
sure,
men. Is the list of benefits for women when they optimize their hormones, is it different?
It's a little different, but for the most part, particularly on how they feel, our end goal is kind of the same. Now, there are different hormones to affect that. Women, of course, need estrogen and progesterone at higher levels. Men, more testosterone and things like that, but thyroid plays a role in both of those, DHEA and some of these other hormones. With women, the goal is also to help, sleep, energy, sexual functioning, all of those things. So that's really, really important for women, just as it is men. Anxiety and depression, I think, are more common in women as well versus the men, so that's something we really try to work on and try to help improve upon.
Okay. We have a question. We'll put both of you to work here probably. We have Sharon with us. Sharon, good afternoon and welcome to the show. How are you, Sharon?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, you have a question?
Yes, I was interested in the age appropriateness of this program. I have a son who's quite a bit overweight. He's in his late 30s and is resistant to losing weight and probably has an addiction to sugar. So I was just curious about this program, if it would be beneficial to him.
Did you want to answer
I would
that?
say absolutely. We don't put kids on the HCG. However, I would suggest that you call and book a consult with us. There's a questionnaire that we'll have them fill out, and we'll sit down and talk with them, get some information, see where he's at. Needs to be a dedication. You have to be dedicated to it for it to work, but absolutely.
And Brandon, from your vantage point, what do you think?
I think he would do really well. Sugar addiction is very tough. That's something that we all, I think, suffer with, particularly those that live in America. But with sugar addiction, we would work with him. On HCG, you're coming in weekly, so we can help address some of those things. Also, did you say he was 30 years of age? 7 years of age. Okay.
No, 37.
37. Oh, okay. Yes, he would definitely fall well within the age range to be able to be treated with HCG.
Okay. And what is the age range? I guess I would assume anyone from adult. I mean, I know you've had people in your offices 70s. 80s, and so really there is no real age limit other than, as you said, children.
Right. Yes, 18 usually is kind of our cutoff for HCG. We generally with hormone therapy, we tend to not treat patients under 35, just due to there's something else usually going on there as to why they're
sure, because it'd be a little unnatural not to have enough hormones being produced naturally, right?
we do have patients who are under 35 and who have been treated before, so it's not to say that we won't. It's just, generally speaking, most of our patients are over 35.
Yeah. All right. Now, did you actually stick with just the HCG program, Becca, because you had such a, I keep coming to you because you had such amazing results. The end result is fantastic. So, or did you do a little hormone optimization as well?
I didn't do hormone optimization. I stuck with the HCG. I put my son, it was a family affair, okay? Of course, overweight mom, overweight child. So I put him in a health and wellness program. So as they were teaching him about food and nutrients and how to eat for his body, I started researching, and I embraced that, and I ran with it. And, you know, my son's down 65, almost 70 pounds to date. He knows how to read labels. He knows how to make smart decisions. So I don't have a problem when, you know, it's a school trip and he's halfway across the United States from me. He calls me and says, "Hey, Mom, this is where we're at, and this is what I ate today, and I did really good."
Wow. Well, that's good. And that's a good little education to have anyway, to be able to read a label and know what you're eating and what you're consuming. All right. You talked a little bit about, Brandon, and I want to ask you about this.
Sure.
You talked a little bit about the fact that your body's not deficient in Prozac, and you're referring to depression. Your body's also not deficient in Viagra.
Yes.
With that being said, low sex drive. You can help guys if they, if they say, "Hey, I just don't seem to have the drive I once had, and my wife is not happy with things," or perhaps it's the other way around. You can help with this, correct?
Very much so. Testosterone is very big for that. There's also some nutraceuticals that you can use that can help promote blood flow. One thing I really try to touch with my patients who have these type of issues is if you have a blood flow issue going on, down there, you're going to have one going on here in your heart as well as to the brain. So we've got to really try to control that vascular issue.
That makes perfect sense. Your body's not going to be specific to one area of your body and say, "Okay, this is the only place you have a problem." If you've got a problem there, you may have other issues.
But if it's an actual drive problem, testosterone really will benefit that. If it's an actual functioning issue, then there might be some things that we can do to help promote that as well. That may be a little more of a natural process as well.
In the past, Brendan, it seemed to me, Mr. Bledsoe, that it was always women who would say, "Okay, I'm going through the change. I have to get my hormones checked, etc." But men go through somewhat of a change. Is it male menopause? Is that what we're calling it, or what's the new term?
Yeah, the new term is andropause.
Andropause.
Andropause. Just like a woman, primary sex organs just aren't working as well as they used to. As we get older, none of our organs really tend to work as well. So the goal, we have to replace where we're deficient. And so that's really kind of what that goal.
How important is it? I know that you stress at Body Shapes Medical, bioidentical hormones. How important is that?
Oh, very important. We don't use any synthetic hormones unless the patient requests for them. Everything's patient specific. But generally speaking, we don't use any synthetics because a bioidentical hormone is an exact replica of what your body produces naturally. So you're not going to have some of the unwanted side effects of some of those synthetics, and you're going to have better outcomes as far as symptom improvement and disease prevention. Synthetics tend to have a lot of adverse effects that we really don't want, and we have bioidenticals that are available and
very important,
cheaper and often.
Okay, I'm just curious. Percentage of men and women who go through a hormone optimization program. How many men, how many women? What are the percentage at your office?
I'd say pretty close to 50-50.
Pretty close.
Yeah, we get quite a bit of both. I would have expected for us with a little bit more of the men due to the testosterone and with the androgel and some of these other big commercials.
Well, if you think you're a candidate, let's take a look here. We got a special little graphic we're going to put up on the screen there real quickly for Wave 3 listeners or viewers only. Receive $100 off any HCG program if you want to lose a little weight, or any year-long hormone optimization program. So whatever the case may be, we're going to take care of you. Thanks for watching the show, just our way, and of course, Body Shapes Medical way of thanking you for watching the show and listening to this good information. All right, we'll be right back. Wave 3 listens. It's a Monday. We'll be right back. We'll return on this hot, humid, muggy day.